built on the side of a former piano factory. There's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. On the away sideline, that's Mike McDonald, head coach of the Seahawks. These guys playing one of those dreaded body clock games, making the long trip to the East Coast. Facing off with him, that is head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens. These guys more than motivated for this con.
Hey, report!
First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, second down. So after their first offensive snap, we'll have a break in the action. One of the linemen in need of some attention from the trainers. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
For him.
Another carry for it. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more. You may note it.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Changing it up here, Jackson. That's incomplete on second down. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch, so it'll be third down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Jackson now on third. Has him on the quick hitter. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. And you know what I'm talking about. Just push over there in Philly. But its roots, this has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
Dive play straight ahead. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. Sending him on the dime. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Mafe bringing that play to a halt.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Flying down the middle with Henry. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background that every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra, block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now Jackson off the play action. Buying some time right. He's making a bid for it. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. To the line and set. Here we go. First down. From the red zone now. Catch made. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Simple dive up the middle. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Pressure coming. It's Jackson. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, I mean great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent.
First down, here's Lamar. Quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got first down here from the 36. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. A draw now. This is Henry. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. To the ground by Nick Emanwari.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Now Jackson on third down. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. They're going for this. This one's Andrews outright. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. Still in search of their first points as we work. First down throw for Jackson. It's taken in by LeJohntay Wester. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They give it to him again. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
This is Henry on 2nd. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. There's a dive up the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down now, ball at the 33. This time it's a passing play. Looking right, and he finds him. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
From the gun, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense is set. First and 10. Looking inside the red zone. Finds a man right side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Lamar throwing again. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot.
Now it's Jackson. Complete out to the right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Hey, tonight.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. So first down from the 41.
180. 13. 180.
Back to the well again. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Hey. What? 180.
On first and 10, it's Henry. And he has this down to the 34. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
What? 180.
They'll run here on first down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
180. Finish shot.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up second down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Getting out to his left. Finding Flowers. Fights up the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And that should be Seahawks football. Oh, he was fighting like mad to stay up, Brock. Extend that run, but we all know it also creates the opportunity to do what we just saw. Force a fumble. So do you knock him there? Do you applaud the effort? Maybe a little bit of both?
Yeah, probably a little both. A little pat on the butt, but a little reminder that ball security is job security.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. Cooper caught the... Picks up 5 on that 1st down run, brings up 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, you really create some indecision now defensively.
Another carry for it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down from the 42. Great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will. And you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Get to Henry on the inside handoff. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. They show you right there. When they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Ready, shot. Set up. Hey, middle. Set up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. Has room into the secondary, and he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a fourth quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock, and how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Back play straight ahead. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. It's their first of 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And that run's held up just before he can get the last bit he needed. It's going to be 4th and short. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. So on 4th down, they bring him out for his most important kick of this game. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there.
Ends as a win for the Ravens. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.